You must have heard of the 6 major spirits in the world, right? Gin, vodka, whiskey, brandy, rum, and tequila. But what's the best-selling spirit in the world? I'll give you 3 seconds. The answer is none of them. The actual winner is Baijiu, a special liquor from China. Hey friends, welcome back to Bean Talks. Today I'd like to talk about the most popular liquor in China, Baijiu. First, let's take a look at what Baijiu essentially is. According to the national standard, it uses grain as main materials and uses Daqu, Xiaoqu, or Fuqu as fermentation starter. It's a distilled liquor made after steaming, saccharification and fermentation, distillation, aging, and blending. Now, what's the difference between Baijiu and other liquors? Let's pay attention to the definition now. There are 2 elements here, raw material and process. The difference between any liquor lies in these 2 points. Let's first look at raw materials. Since the main raw material of Baijiu is grains, more specifically, sorghum. It certainly isn't milk wine, nor can it be rum, which is distilled from sugarcane juice or molasses. Similarly, it can't be called brandy, which is distilled from fruit. It can't be called tequila either, which derived from agave plant. Let's look at the process then, since spirit like Baijiu involves not only fermentation but also distillation. Then beer, made without distillation but only fermentation, is different. The same holds true for wine. At the same time, since Baijiu doesn't add those extra plant ingredients such as juniper, so Baijiu can't be gin. At this point, we only need to distinguish among Baijiu, vodka, and whiskey. Since their grains, raw materials, and process flow are roughly the same, in order to solve this problem, we need to focus on saccharification and fermentation. There are special features of Baijiu. First, Baijiu's raw material goes under saccharification and fermentation at the same time. Second, this process can be done without special fermentation agent. Jiuqu, or simply qu, is the existence of qu that there are countless chemical components that affect the flavor of Baijiu. I think qu can be said to be the gene of Baijiu. Every distillery has its own qu, which depends on the local water quality, climate, soil, raw materials, process, and storage time of qu. This level of diversity determines the extremely complex flavor of Baijiu. Generally speaking, Jiuqu is divided into 3 categories: Daqu, Xiaoqu, and Fuqu. The difference among them is mainly in raw materials. Daqu uses barley, wheat, peas, and other materials with high protein content. Xiaoqu is mainly made of rice. Fuqu is made from introducing mold to wheat bran. So, how do we distinguish liquors within Baijiu family? Just now I mentioned classification by region is one method. Similarly, we should also classify according to fermentation method. Baijiu can be derived into solid, semi-solid, and liquid fermentation. But these are concerns of distilleries, aren't they? As consumers, we're hardly able to find good-tasting product barely through these classification methods. So what should we do instead? This is why there is classification method based on aroma profiles. There are 12 of them so far. In fact, this classification isn't a thing that has been passed down for generations. Instead, this is a system created artificially to cooperate with standardized management, along with the development of national liquor industry. In 1979, at a 3rd National Liquor Evaluation Conference, it was proposed to use aroma profiles to distinguish the differences among liquors produced in different places. Here, 4 basic aroma profiles were proposed: 清香 light aroma, 浓香 strong aroma, 酱香 sauce aroma, and 米香 rice aroma. The light aroma type is also known as thin aroma. It has light, delicate, dry taste with smooth mouthfeel. It's relatively pure and elegant. Of course, with the flow of Shanxi merchants, people who lived in light aroma's province of origin. The taste of light aroma liquor in various places are actually quite different now, but they generally have dried fruit and floral notes. The most famous brand of this aroma is Fenjiu. Strong aroma liquor has many schools, but in general, it's relatively richer in taste. The overall flavor is more prominent in the subtropical fruit flavor with sweet tasting and mellow, and its body is generally stronger than the light aroma. It also has long-lasting fragrance. This style was invented by Luzhou Laojiao. It was called Luxiang initially. The most famous brands of strong aroma are Luzhou Laojiao, Wuliangye, and Jiannanchun. The most typical sauce aroma liquor is Maotai, and it was originally known as Maoxiang. It has an aroma similar to soy sauce and fermented bean pastes. However, this is a controversial one. Some people love it, but others definitely hate it. It's recommended only for experienced drinkers because some consider this aroma to be funky and treat it as an acquired taste, like peaty whiskey. As for rice aroma liquor, as the name suggests, it has a taste of rice wine, which is clean and subtle. Its representative is Sanhuajiu from Guilin. Based on the 4 basic aroma profiles, it was later expanded to 12 aromas. For example, light aroma expanded to the Laobaigan aroma. Its representative product is Hengshui Laobaigan. The sauce aroma extends to the sesame aroma. The combination of aromas is also very important. For example, strong aroma plus sauce aroma produce mixed aroma liquor. Kouzizhao is an example of this. Strong aroma combined light aroma produces fengxiang aroma. Xifengjiu is an example of this aroma. If you mix aromas of strong, light, and sauce, you have a special aroma whose representative is Sitejiu. There is also extra strong aroma represented by Jiuqu. Besides all the above, there is a most unique aroma, medicinal aroma, whose representative is Dongjiu, which uses medicinal herbs in its Jiuqu. Oh, wait a minute, I have to clarify here. What I said is just to show the relationship between aroma profiles. From the perspective of aroma, it shows relationship among their differences. Don't treat it as simple as mere combination of flavors, because the difference among different aroma profile isn't as simple as that. It also includes difference in crafts and methods. The most important thing is that behind this craftsmanship, there is a specific historical process of development of distilled liquor in various areas. Let me say one more thing here. It's because there were various flavors of liquor first. According to their flavor representativeness, the aroma profiles were then determined, not the other way around. Therefore, there are quite a lot of Baijiu styles in China. Their styles can't be included in the concept of aroma profiles. For example, Jinliufu has a product called Yijianrugu. Although it's produced in a core production area of strong aroma, however, it's different from the typical flavor there. Not only doesn't it have the typical smell of similar cellars, but it has quite different aroma of honey and flowers. The crafts behind this liquor is also different from that of similar products. In particular, it used Sichuan Baijiu. The profile written on the bottle is elegant aroma, which hasn't entered national standard aromas, but we can't deny that it's also a unique liquor. The most important thing is that this isn't the only product that stays outside of the national standard system. This is why in the liquor industry in China, some experts are working hard trying to find a new method, replacing the classification based on aromas. They hope not to use the existing method, but to classify based on other features, production areas for example. Related work is being pushed out in orderly manner in the industry. Alright, that wraps up the topic today. Thank you for watching to the end. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Check out my other videos if you want. Thanks for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.